Good afternoon. Welcome to this midday statement ahead of our regular midday press conference. Last November, Vice President Katainen and Commissioner Bulc were together here on this podium to announce the launching of the second call for proposals of the Connecting Europe facility to finance transport project. And today they are back, and they're back to announce the results. Now, before I give the floor to Vice President Katainen, let me remind you of two things. The first being that there is extensive press material that we have published with a lot of detailed technical explanation. And the second thing is that we have experts here in the room who will be available to you afterwards. And that will give our two speakers, but also you, when you ask your questions, the possibility to focus on the bigger picture. And then right after this event, we're going to go to our midday press conference, which means that any questions not related to the topic of this press statement, I would invite you to ask as of 12:30 during midday. Now, Vice President, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Welcome to this press conference. Unfortunately, I have to say that there is no news for you today, because there are only positive news. So we are here to announce 195 transport projects that will receive 6.7 billion euros of funding, and this finance is expected to trigger additional investment from other public and private sources of 9.6 billion euros. So connectivity is important because it unifies Europe, and by doing so it makes everybody's life easier, and also it will strengthen competitiveness of the business sector. So that's why all the projects today cannot be seen as a EU public subsidy to the member states, but it's those all projects have been selected because it makes economic sense. It makes sense in terms of unifying Europe and making people's life easier. Transport infrastructure is, of course, vital for our everyday lives. We all feel the effects of it, directly when we are traveling or indirectly as a user of services and buyers of goods. But the transport sector is, in Europe faces several challenges, such as aging infrastructure and a lack of suitable financing solutions. The Connecting Europe facility is one of the tools under the wider umbrella of investment plan for Europe. And transport is one of the key sectors that the European Fund for Strategic Investment aims to support. We have the latest EFSI project figures that I can share with you. Today, EIB, or actually yesterday, EIB has adopted 14 new investment projects, which means that now we have 78 EFSI-backed projects, and this will trigger more than 100 billion new investments together with SME financing. And these 14 newly adopted, not yet signed, but newly adopted projects will be expected to, or is expected to increase total investment amount by 11 billion. So, and some of them are in the field of transportation. We will have a further breakdown of figures by sector and by country next week, as well as the latest numbers of small and medium-sized agreements, enterprise agreements, which we will publish on the website as we do always. Many of the projects already approved for EFSI financing are in the transport sector. For example, financing new equipment and stock for rail services in Italy, improving access to ports in Spain, and replacing old shipping vessels across the EU with more energy efficient ones. So basically those concrete financing projects will make our vessel stock more green, and it will improve the quality of or sustainability of this sector. The important thing to remember about EFSI is that it's demand-driven fund. There is no geographical quotas or any other quotas. The other important element is how flexible the EFSI is and that it can be combined with other financing sources such as Connecting Europe Facility and structural funds. One additional thing I want to mention and highlight here is that we have, as you well know, we have a European Investment Project Portal which started in the beginning of this month, and there are already 100 projects. And yesterday I just got an email that there has been already 50 requests from potential financiers to the project promoters. And this is the result only one first week. So when we said that Investment Project Portal is an online dating service for project promoters and potential investors, it seems to function. But of course we have to say that we are in the initial state. But I just want to say this because to more member states or private project promoters are sending the projects to the portal, the more they can get visibility and of course global visibility. So I will stop here and Violetta will give you some more details about today's announcement on CEF. Violetta, please.